This 3-bed house in London's commuter belt has been on the market for 6 years. Anyone will agree that's a ridiculous amount of time to have a house up for sale, so let's have a look at why this house will not budge. Inside we can see that the decoration is very outdated and the kitchen is very small. The bathroom and bedrooms, however, are a good size, so the main problem is with the flow of the downstairs. The floor plan gives us a good idea of just how tiny the kitchen is and how poorly the downstairs flow. The living dining room is very spacious, but the current residents have this horrible mustard carpet and oversized furniture that does not properly fit the space, whilst the dining room has very little furniture and looks like it is hardly used at all. So let's get rid of all this and start again. I'm going to take out the wall between the kitchen and the living space, as well as the wall between the kitchen and the hallway, to get rid of the awkward, tiny space that was the kitchen. Next, I'm going to reinstate the wall between the living room and dining room to create a cosy, closed-off living area. Let's fix these ugly, mismatched floor by putting dark wood or faux wood flooring throughout. Now we're going to put kitchen cabinets where the living room used to be. We'll have grey granite worktops, duck egg doors and kickers, and a nice gold or brass handle. We will have the cabinets line this corner of the room, as there are no windows or doors here, meaning they will not obstruct any light and the flow of the kitchen workspace will not be interrupted. We will take out the ugly old fireplace, but the wall that it was set into can remain. This will minimise costs, and there is plenty of space for kitchen cabinetry to be built around it. A bay window is the perfect place for a custom-built storage/seating bench, meaning guests or children can sit comfortably in the kitchen whilst the host or parent prepares a meal. I spent way too long trying to shape these triangles to fit the window bay accurately. Let's paint this bench a colour similar to the kitchen cabinets, only a little bit paler, to create more of a feeling of light coming through the window. This space between the window bench and the kitchen cabinets does not very well fit a conventional kitchen cupboard. Instead, we will build a custom triangular shelf to taper the kitchen cabinets off towards the side. The fridge can go in this far corner so it does not disrupt the flow of the workspace and creates the pillar of our working triangle in the kitchen. This can be built in or bought in a colour that matches the kitchen cabinets to maximise harmony. Floor-to-ceiling storage can be installed on the wall under the staircase leading to the door to make the most of this dark and small space. This will mean removing one of the windows, but the one on the other side can be expanded to maximise light coming through. These cabinets also mean that we will not need any upper cabinets in the rest of the kitchen, creating more of an open feel. All of these cabinets will be coloured to match the storage bench, so they still feel tied in with the overall kitchen without being too dark and overshadowing. Light, neutral coloured stairs draw attention away from this feature so they are not too obtrusive in the space. A dark wooden banister in a similar colour to the floor will further serve to separate this from the rest of the space without drawing too much attention. There is plenty of space here for a family dining table that can go in the middle of the room and also serve as an island when prepping large amounts of food. Having this in a warm neutral colour means it will not interrupt the open feel of the kitchen. And having the chairs in a bright, contrasting colour adds a pop of excitement and makes this seating area feel more inviting. I've chosen to put 4 chairs here, but with an expanding table this space could accommodate up to 8 people. A few cushions in a warm, contrasting colour add comfort to this hard storage bench and make the space feel more inviting. At first I thought it was a good idea to put a runner up this hallway, but I soon realised that the space did not accommodate this very well, and it left the entry space feeling disjointed. So instead I opted for a large square entry mat to separate the entrance from the rest of the hall and make it feel more like a designated zone for putting coats and shoes. Throughout the house we will stick to the same high contrast palette to make the rooms feel joint and cohesive. The bay window in the living room is the perfect place for a snuggly love seat. A great spot to read a book or cuddle with the love of your life. A compact L-shaped sofa offers plenty of lounging space and room for guests to sit, whilst not being too obtrusive. The TV can go on this opposing wall where it will not be interrupted by sun coming from the window, and everyone in the room will have a good view of the screen. A small side table fills this empty corner and gives a good spot for everyone to put their cups of tea, as there is not a lot of room in here for a coffee table. A large rug will tie this space together. I would recommend a pale colour and perhaps a subtle pattern to give a relaxing feel to the room. A storage unit under a wall-mounted television gives space for consoles and other electronics, as well as a bit of storage for personal possessions, perhaps even a few books. Let's add some colour. This cabinet will be a dark wood, darker than the floor, to create contrast but so that attention is not drawn to it. The coffee table in the corner will match for the same reasons. Now is a great time to add a small plant to bring some life energy to the space, and a lamp to light up this dark corner by the TV cabinet. A tan colour sofa is a sort of neutral that does not add too much visual busyness to this compact living area, and still makes the space feel cosy and lived in. Making the love seat a dark colour will draw the focus up through the bay window behind, as well as creating a cosy hug-like feeling when sitting in it. Now for a few finishing touches. Some coat racks in the entryway, as well as a storage bench for shoes, gives the perfect place to store your outerwear so it does not bring dirt and bad energy into the house. And I almost forgot to put a sink and oven into the kitchen. I don't think that would go down very well with our buyers. My preference is a large butler sink, giving plenty of room to wash dishes. This can be in a cream ceramic to create a warm feel, with a brass or gold tap that matches the hardware on the kitchen cabinet. Putting the cooker and stovetop between the fridge and sink completes our working triangle, creating excellent flow in the kitchen. Now let's see how this all looks in 3D. We'll come in the door after a long, busy day, put our shoes and coats on the rack and walk through to the kitchen to get a glass of water. We are greeted by an open and inviting space with calm and relaxing colours. As we go through to the living room to put our feet up, the living space is a cosy and secluded area of the house where we can sit back, relax and watch our favourite shows. Thanks for watching and have a great day.